Hello, how are you today? Do you want to dive into a book that might just surprise you, whether it becomes your next favorite or one you might skip? Let's find out what readers are saying about it.
Ellen, who has 323 likes, says, 4.5 Thank you to Berkeley for providing this arc. This was so wonderful. I ended up finishing this in literally one sitting last night and I haven't stopped thinking about it since. This is so quintessential Ashley Poston at her best, such a gorgeous romance in a really homey and cozy setting with a super fun magical realism plot running throughout. Read this if you want a strong female lead. Lots of discussion about home and family. Lots of talk about music and how that brings people together. A wonderful male lead who's super down bad. A fun magical realism thread and an overall wonderfully crafted and cozy book. Vicky, who has 100 likes, says, we were all made of up memories. Anyway. Of ourselves. Of other people. We were built on the songs sang to us and the songs we sang to ourselves. The songs we listened to with broken hearts and the ones we danced to at weddings. Ashley never disappoint. She done such a beautiful job with writing about magical realism with grief. She had by bawling my eyes out by the end of the book, which I honestly was not expecting to happen. You should cry as much as you want. It's not a bad thing. It never is. Grief is just a love song in reverse. The romance between Sasha and Joni was done so beautifully. It felt so real. I loved how they communicated in their heads when they didn't know how to say it out loud. The connection those two have together is beautiful. The relationship also feels more believable since they know each other's thoughts and they grow and bond over that. Thanks to NetGalley and the publisher for this arc in exchange for an honest review. Preread OMGGG. I am so grateful for receiving an arc for this, so excited to read this anew. Ashley Poston book, a singer and a songwriter, sign me up. Megan's Book Club, who has 24 likes, says, this was so much fun. You know, magical realism romance isn't my fave genre, but this hit all the right notes, pun intended. I thought the romance was believable and slow burn in all the best ways. Even the magical element was fun. Add this to your romance summer TBR. Destiny Bomberry, who has 30 likes, says, oh, this had me crying. Ashley Poston is an author I will always be sad for, and this book was just another example of why I adore her work. She does such a beautiful job blending magical realism with themes of grief. Yes, the topics she touches on are incredibly emotional, but Ashley does it with such care and tenderness. This did have a bit of a slower start for me, but I think that's because I was waiting on the edge of my seat for the magical realism to kick in, because that's what I crave from Ashley. She does it like no other. While the magical realism element wasn't as huge in this book, I still really enjoyed it and found it was really unique. Other things I really loved about this book was the element of finding your joy again, familial connections, and how precious time is in this world. The romance that was so sickly sweet. Also saying a lot for me is the fact that I finished this in one day, which I rarely do with books anymore. Niloufer Ozmekik, who has 140 likes, says, some classic rom-coms have unforgettable lines like, nobody puts baby in a corner. Well, I have one for Ashley Poston's books. I'll never give them less than 5 gazillion stars. Her stories speak directly to my soul, and this book, pure magic. The story follows two characters, each grappling with personal and career challenges, and both deeply devoted to their mothers. Inexplicably, they find themselves connected telepathically. They keep hearing the same unfinished song playing in their heads on repeat. The only way to break the cycle, finish the song together. Isn't that a genius concept? I absolutely loved it. Meet Joni Lark. She left her hometown of Vienna Shores, North Carolina, to pursue a music career and became a renowned songwriter. But when she learns of her mother's dementia diagnosis, everything falls apart. Struck by a creative block, she feels empty and disconnected. Returning home from LA for a visit, she's still reeling from an impulsive kiss with ex-boy band star Sebastian McKellen on a music hall balcony, an encounter that left her more confused than ever. Back in her hometown, Joni reunites with her family and best friend, only to receive heartbreaking news that shakes her to the core. Then, something strange happens. She starts hearing a melody. And Amon's voice. No, she's not drunk. And no, she's not losing her mind. The voice belongs to a mysterious man who calls himself Sasha. And he seems to be the key to breaking her writer's block. They both hear the same haunting tune. And the only way forward is to write the lyrics together. When Sasha decides to visit her town, Joni is forced to confront not just the music but also her fears, her past, and the possibility that destiny might have something bigger in store for them. What if this telepathic connection is about more than just a song? What if Joni has to learn to let go, embrace uncertainty, and finally discover what she's truly been searching for? I adored this story. Two seemingly random but not so random people brought together by an inexplicable force, leading them towards something profound. Joni starts off guarded and stubborn, but watching her lower her defenses and open herself up was incredibly rewarding. And Sasha, he deserves all the love. I mean, who wouldn't fall for a man who tells the love of his life? Your poetry in motion. Another 5 gazillion star read. This supernatural, emotional, whimsical, and deeply romantic story completely stole my heart. Many thanks to NetGalley and Berkeley Publishing for sharing this heartfelt and inspirational romance's digital reviewer copy with me in exchange for my honest thoughts. Medium, com, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.